First of all, there is inconsistent tax policies in Pakistan, and there are rising electricity and fuel prices, which
Right.
actually impacts the startup in a very bad way by increasing our cost per order. And
Right.
we actually see that in 2022, there have been a downfall in the startup sector in Pakistan. I was working with Airlift in those days, and despite scoring the investment of $100 million, the investors actually pulled out of Airlift because the cost per order was increasing and it was not aligned with the objectives and the growth and the GMV and the EBITDA targets which were set by the foreign investors, because during the initial stage of the startup you rely on foreign injections to
Right.
run the economy and build your base, and then you scale afterwards. So I believe that there were cash burn models in Pakistan, and in those days we were relying on our own warehouses with high cost. And I already mentioned that our cost per order, it was really high because of rising electricity fuel prices that actually crossed 300 in those days of 2022. I remember when we were having a meeting with the angel investors, and they were not interested to continue further with their left, and we saw a closure of Swivel as well. And there is low GDP growth, and despite many policies introduced and a high burden on the salary class, our tax
Right.
to GDP ratio is still very low. It is only 10.6%, and it negatively impacts the youth. And we see that brain drain is one of the biggest problem in the economy of Pakistan.
Right.
Around 1 million people leave Pakistan every year because of brain drain to find economic opportunities in other areas, and it's definitely really hard for them to leave their families and to settle abroad and to find the economic policies. And many of them are actually doing blue collar work, although there are a lot of individuals who are well qualified. But I have a lot of interaction with my peers, and they told me, and I was really shocked to know that they are doing blue collar work despite having high qualification. So I would here like to shed the statistical value as well by low GDP growth of Pakistan, and even the forecast is really low. In 2023, it was negative 0.2% according to Asian Development Bank, and in 2024 it was 2.5%, and it remained constant in 2025 with only 0.5% increase expected in 2026. So these are the problems which I shed light on. Now it's really important to find out the solution for the problems in the economy of Pakistan, because I have seen people know के problems क्या हैं economy के अंदर, but solution की तरफ जो है focus इतना ज़्यादा नहीं होता. So I would shed more light on what solutions exist for the structural problems in the economy of Pakistan. First of all, I would encourage the youth of Pakistan to learn new skills along with degrees, and to consistently innovate themselves with the phenomena of globalization. I hope everyone would be aware of what globalization is. And I would elaborate it further. It's actually the flow of information, technology, goods, and services across different areas. And due to advent of globalization, there are a lot of opportunities for the individual. And I have been researching on the internet that there are a lot of remittance based jobs being opened for Pakistan, where the youth could learn the data and new skill set with only 1% of the taxes deduction from the remittance based economy, and they can contribute well to the economy of Pakistan, and they could escape from the incremental taxes and the government irregularities and the problems and the rising cost of electricity and fuel prices, because there are tax adjusted salaries. And I believe that there are a lot of opportunities for incubation centers where youth could be trained to learn new skills. And moreover, I would encourage the youth to make data-driven decisions by
Right.
consistently innovating through SQL and through Tableau, and focus should be on generating positive cash flows instead of relying on the heavy injections from the angel investors and the economy from other countries. So they should be contributing to positive cash flows during the initial stages of startups, so that they would not end up just like airlift or Swivel. And I would here appreciate another startup, which is Bascaro. I learned about the story of its founder. It actually started after the closure of Swivel. It found the gap in the market, and from 5 buses, it moved to 3,000 buses. And I'm really impressed that Pakistan has a lot of potential youth. And I believe that there is more room for youth to take up with the startups and
Right.
to become entrepreneurs.